That's production, bro.
Welcome to This Week in Geek. It's episode 100, and you can see we're as janky as ever. It's, June 14th, 2017. We actually are doing the 100th episode. And I'm Rob Southgate. Who's with me? Music's over. Who's with me?
Chris Mao.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Rob.
Are you hiding? Who else is with me?
Phil Parrish.
Phil. Fill me in, Parrish. Who else?
Already a boo. Boo.
Yeah. So many boos. I guess a Lil.
I guess. I know it's disappointing, but yes. And who else? Finally,
Scotty Smurf.
Scotty Smurf.
Scotty Smurf.
So, you know what? This is episode 100, and we thought we were going to do all sorts of things. We did a little bit. We should throw this stuff right up front. We have that contest live, the one for the Star Wars toys. Here, I'll get those.
Those droids that you're taunting me with. You're taunting
these droids.
Those are the droids I'm looking for.
I was about to say, Scott, those aren't the droids you're looking for.
No, they are the droids he's looking for.
But I can't have them.
So here's the deal. We have a set to give away from Entertainment Earth. They will actually ship it right to you. You just have to click on one of the links. We have it on our show notes. We have it on our Twitter. We have it on our Facebook. We have it on our website. Go to southgatemediagroup.com and just click on the contest for the Black Series droids. And each day it gives you different options, or every day you have multiple options. You can retweet it. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on Facebook. Each of those puts you in as an entry. So enter as much as you can. Enter early, enter often. Come on, we're from Chicago. Get some dead relatives in or two. And you too could win. Now, Scott, here's the good news.
You too can win. Wow, I just saw them. They were great.
Here's the good news. I can see you. You've got your Bono hair. Here's the good news, Scott.
Bono blonde.
Bono has hair.
Did you not just notice that a little?
No, I know you are, but I'm saying Bono.
He did have blonde hair for a little while.
Yeah, for a little while. He frosted those tips.
I thought that was Eminem.
Jenny, can you confirm this?
My name is Stan.
Did Bono have blonde hair
For a little while.
at one point? All right. She's a giant U2 fan. In our garage, we have 3-4 foot U2 posters in our
Let's
garage.
not throw the word giant around and your wife.
Yeah, right.
Let's say.
I said fan. I didn't say she was giant. I said she was a giant U2 fan.
Glass house is there.
There you go. Good. Have that.
It's the episode where I die.
Yes.
Finally.
It only took 100 episodes to count him.
It's really like 115 if you really count all of them that we've done.
True.
It's just a ratings grab.
Yeah. I just had a chest grab right there. But here, Scott, the news about those droids. So we're giving them away through This Week in Geek. Entertainment Earth gave us those for the 100th. But this second set, they said we can give those away live. We are going to give those away live at the Blue Box at our podcast marathon, which is coming up October 7th. And you, Scott Sammons, would be eligible for that. In fact, you're eligible if you win. Anybody is eligible because it's a random drawing on our Facebook page and, on that one. But the one at the podcast marathon, it's up for grabs. It's going to be an on-site raffle. You have to be present to win it there. So, Scott, you still could win.
All right.
Get it to win it.
All right.
That's right. Now you know where you got to be October 7th. The entire day. Otherwise, you
have to be there at
lose.
7 in the morning and be there till 9 at night.
Right. And then watch. He'll be the only one that stays that whole time, and some kid that walks in at 8:55. Hey, you won.
Scott kills him. It's all right.
Right. Yeah, he's a giant droids fan. Everything's giant in a little.
Wait, didn't you win one of those stand-ups?
I did. I have the Stormtrooper stand up from
That's pretty sweet.
McGrath Nissan. Yeah,
That's right.
Oh,
we need a bell. Where's the bell? Ding!
You know me. I probably have one around here somewhere. What else did we have? So we have changed the rules here a little bit on This Week in Geek. We're doing episode 100, and then we're taking a hiatus. And I'm sure all three of you are sorry about that. No, I'm
There's
kidding.
4 of us.
There's 4. I meant the listeners, but I guess it's us.
3.
That's 4 too many listeners too, by the way.
Yeah. So we're going to take a little hiatus from the show, but our social media is going to remain active. It has been really cool lately. We've been very active. So Facebook, we're posting articles and stuff every day. Twitter, we're going to be posting stuff every day. And the Instagram account is going to be live shortly. So stay with us. With us on social media. Eventually, we'll bring this back. It might change a little bit, which, you know what? Who cares? You know what? We've been having fun with the show, and that's all it's going to be. We're not going to get all formal with it or anything. So follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at SMG_Twig or This Week in Geek. All right, I got all the business out of the way. So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to talk about news of the week? Do you want to just talk about what's going on? I want to talk about Adam West died.
Oh, goodness, yes.
Yeah, I want to bring that one up right away so we don't bring ourselves down later. But, man, that's a big geeky loss. Although you know who that is, right?
Yes, I know who Adam West is.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
He was one of the Batman before Val Kilmer.
Before Val.
Well, Val Kilmer is the best Batman because he was the first.
Yeah, so in Alil's house, everything is BVK.
What?
And then he marks time by Val Kilmer as Batman.
I mean, if you're going to do Val Kilmer in Heat, maybe, or, you know.
I liked him in The Saint.
He was good in The Saint. I like The Saint, too.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about Val Kilmer in Heat, but he was awesome in Tombstone.
Jeez, shut up.
Better than a Will.
How about what's the one where he was a genius? Is that Young Genius or?
Oh,
Real
no,
Genius.
Real Genius. I
Real
love
Genius.
that movie.
That is a great movie. That's such a bad 80s movie. It's
Oh, it's so great. The guy living in the closet and that nerdy kid that never worked again. It's awesome.
I thought we were talking about Adam West.
Well, you know.
In a roundabout way. Oh, wait. Phil's showing off his Adam West toys.
Oh.
You got to say something, Phil, and then he'll pop on the screen.
Okay. I was trying to do my
Is
Adam
that Batman
West impression,
66?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, you were going to do an Adam West impression? Please, God, make that happen. Let's hear it, Phil.
Atomic Bat. Oh, I can't do it.
Oh.
Whatever you were trying to do there was terrible. But
Well,
I don't know. Yeah, he just got the toys. He's like a 6-year-old.
where does he get those? Where does he get those wonderful toys?
All I know is the first clip I saw after he died was him doing the surfing with the bat shark repellent.
Right.
Best scene of all that whole movie. That's the greatest. Him and the Joker surfing with he has like swim trunks on over his tights. It's fantastic.
Wait, you got to protect those tights.
So
Did you hear the good news though? They he actually did finish recording his lines for the sequel to the Batman 66 animated movie. So they got
the sequel one, the Two-Face one, right?
Yeah, Two-Face played by William Shatner. Yes.
I heard that the one
that's a shock.
There was one that came out this year. I heard that one wasn't really good though, right? Phil's gonna be like, I loved it.
I mean, it's kind of in the vein of, the 66 episodes. So if you like those, you might like it.
Okay, I love those, but I heard that it wasn't that great. But I don't know. Did anyone else see it?
I haven't seen it yet. Is it on Hulu or anything?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Hey, Scott, when did you become a millennial? I just want to know. Oh my God. Can I watch it on my phone from my bed?
I am a dyed-in-the-wool Gen Xer. Thank you very much.
Actually, that is true.
I'm just a little ahead of the curve. So
actually, I think most of us are. Alil and Phil might be Generation Y. Let's get into marketing here.
Do I count? I think I am Gen Xer, although I am.
You're from the greatest generation, aren't you?
The greatest.
No, you're a Gen Xer.
Yeah, but I'm barely a Gen Xer.
I don't know, man. You dyed that hair. I don't know what.
Oh,
what
dude, don't even start with me.
No, I love his hair. I think it's awesome. How bold of you, Chris.
So the worst thing. For a while, for whatever. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
You should totally go Joker green next.
Ooh.
I mean, like fully do it.
I was really hoping for a disaster just to wear it because I don't care. I mean,
good luck. You got one. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, so Is there a reason that you did it, or you just did it?
Because we went to U2 at Soldier Field. So my wife says, "Let me dye your hair," and she never thought I would say yes. I wanted to go platinum, like really, really white, but it didn't work. I know, but that's what I mean. And the worst is if it messed up, I would just shave it off and let it grow out. But it looked okay, so it wasn't horrible.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think that was pretty bold.
And
I've never ever done that. So
a little. I mean,
50
there might be a little tiny bit in the bottle that would work for you, wouldn't it?
Oh,
man,
wow,
you got something left.
Hey,
I should talk. If I turn around, you guys will be blinded right now.
you were on the sun. I could tell you last night. It was a little red up there. So.
Yeah. Oh, that was my yarmulke.
Yeah.
Come on.
what a motley crew we are! Missing hair, fingers. You know.
So far, everything you've described is me. If you say teeth, it is me.
Yeah.
So did you guys see Wonder Woman?
Yeah. Did you finally see it?
I saw it. I finally saw a movie in the theater.
Did you stay awake?
I did. Although I did get drowsy. And I'll tell you why. It was slow at points. I thought it was great. I really loved it. But I'm telling you, there were some pacing issues. And yeah, it was great. There's a lot of great stuff happening in it, but I have a few points where I'm like, you know what? They could have cut about 20 minutes out of that movie and it would have been a much better film.
You mean where she was staring at his watch?
Yeah, you know what? That bothered you, Will, right?
Yeah, it did. But
yeah, it didn't bother me, but I get it's kind of like it was forced in there. I think that was DC's way of being a little edgier. Like Marvel would never make a penis joke, but
yeah, they don't put anybody in tight pants ever on screen.
they don't
carrying big swords and hammers. No penis jokes here.
Yeah, but they don't say them outright. They don't say them outright, which they totally did.
Iron Man.
Plus, you had your sexy time scene, which they haven't really done that in any of the Marvel movies either. I really think that was put in there to make it edgier, but it didn't need it.
Well, that's the whole thing with DC. I mean, that's where they get, she's not going to care as much about his death unless they've been lovers or whatever.
Yeah. Where did she keep that sword when she had the sword in her dress? I'm still trying to figure that out.
They said somebody did that and said it actually worked.
I was thinking she was going to stink bomb somebody with that sword. Oh man,
that would be bad. No, but somebody did a YouTube video on it that I think I linked it through Facebook, and I thought I posted it, but maybe not. Where somebody actually did it with a dress down their back, and you obviously have to be skinny and very tall to make it work, and she is. So,
and back then, all those clothes were baggier.
That was a tight dress, Phil. So did you guys? Lil, you've been very quiet. Did you like it?
But my screen blew up and it was Scott, and
I know what he was doing,
looking at something. I don't know what he was looking at.
It was a DC moment,
awesome,
wasn't it?
because the dress was tight, and you just saw Scott's face like chewing.
I know.
It was pretty tight.
We say it's a tight dress, but it cuts to Scott. Just
I would like to watch that part back up. Yeah, that was pretty good.
So, Lil, you didn't say. Did you like it?
I really did.
You did?
Yeah, no, I really did. We actually reviewed it technically twice for our show, so it was good.
No, I would have had to listen to it. I've been too busy. I'll listen to it. I promise.
That's all right. We actually had a female guest on this last week.
League of Geeks.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm shocked.
She's a long time listener, loves our show, and
first time caller.
She did an amazing breakdown of the movie from a female perspective. Nice. It was great.
Wow, can we get Jenny on our show?
It wasn't my wife.
Your daughter?
His wife wouldn't sink that low.
Now say this. Spider-Man's the best. Spider-Man's the
best. But you did like it. So you finally have a DC movie you liked.
Yeah, but I knew. I mean, I liked the character too, so I didn't have any hangups. Like, I've never been a big fan of Superman, so like for that movie to be good, they'd have to wow me because I just don't like the character. Like, right. I was actually wowed by Smallville by how they went with that show. But, like in Batman v Superman, she was the best thing in it. So, yeah, I went in thinking that this thing was going to rock. So,
yeah. And I mean, that really set the tone, and it really worked very well. So, yeah, I mean, we walked out of it, and Molly was like, this was amazing. and I didn't, and she was disappointed. But I said it's just there was a pacing issue. I started to get real drowsy about third of the way into it, which shouldn't be happening. And then when it got to No Man's Land, from then on out, No Man's Land was an incredible sequence, and really just about everything after that worked really well for me. And I even liked the villain, even though it was like we knew what was going to happen. As you're watching it, I'm like, okay, it's telegraphed. But I thought it was all cool. I thought the effects were great. I thought she was perfect in the role. Loved the secretary. She was funny.
Chris Pine was pretty good, I thought.
Chris Pine was great in it.
Did they steal from Marvel though? Guy named Steve goes supposedly dies in a plane crash.
But that's part of the show. That's part of the comics, isn't it?
I don't think he died
I don't think he died that long ago though. Yeah, I think he sometimes he lives.
Yeah, you know what? They steal from each other. Everybody steals from everybody, so I'm not too worried about that. Although it did remind me of, okay, we've been screwing up. What did Marvel do? Oh yeah, Captain America. He fought in World War II. We'll do World War I. Take that.
Well, it's hard because she's a World War II character originally. I meant
right.
So I mean,
I am totally good with that.
Do that. So
plus, I thought it was cool to see that and like. The historical perspective of things going on. It's not like, okay, it's Hitler. It was, no, this is World War I. The Germans are a problem.
Right.
And I thought that was really cool. I also like the female villain, how they didn't overplay her. I believed that she was this scientist, and I believed that she was a crackpot.
Right, but isn't that the guy who was the general? He's in X-Men, right?
Yeah, he was in
I mean, I think
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, he does. He's the guy who leads that.
Yeah, he's Stryker. He played Stryker in the
So I mean, I kind of didn't like that over. He's good and he's a good actor and he's believable in that role. But I still kind of looked. I'm like,
Yeah, but
when's Logan showing up?
you have that happen a lot. I mean, are you gonna say that every time you see Batman on screen? Oh, where's Elektra? No,
but that's I don't know.
Wait, where's Elektra?
That's even a bigger I think issue is having the heroes multiple times if you have a problem with it rather than the secondary or
Is this the jealousy of Chris Pratt showing through?
No, why? Chris Pratt
because he's in every movie, every franchise now. I'm
no, I don't know. What is that? Jarritos?
Yeah, I'm thirsty, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Knocking out 2 liters there. Look at that.
It's a 1.5 litros.
Litros. Yeah. Scott, did you see it? We didn't hear from you.
No, we haven't seen it yet.
No?
We saw
it's not on Hulu. Sorry.
Captain Underpants.
I'm poking fun.
We saw Captain Underpants. So
did you really? How was that?
That was fun. That was fun. That had a lot of.
My son wants me to take him to see that.
It did pull a lot from the books, and it kind of combined a couple of different plot lines, but it was there. It feels like they kind of dialed back on the snark. The author's really anti-authoritarian and whatnot, and they pulled back a little bit. It's still there somewhat. So,
all right. So, but it was good.
It was good, and it was fun. They had a couple. It was CG, but they had a couple of sequences where one time that it's cell animated, and then they had a whole sequence that was sock puppets.
Okay,
and that was really funny.
Cool.
So,
yeah, very cool.
I would recommend it. Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, for Molly's going to want to see it, so we'll go to that one, or we'll probably watch it on TV. I still haven't made it to Guardians. I still haven't made it to Kong.
Shame on you.
I know.
Sorry, my daughter was in a professional play. Oh, well, sorry. I was a little busy.
7 days a week, 24/7? I don't think so. I think you could fit 2 hours.
She did 20 performances.
Tell them priorities.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on, man. That was your
priorities.
Priorities. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I just didn't make it. So I'll see it at some point. I'll see it. I want to see it. It looks cool. I want to see Kong. We actually did start catching up on a bunch of films. So
you can wait for Kong.
Finally saw that last Ninja Turtle movie. I could have waited for that too.
Oh, another Michael Bay one.
Yeah, it's all right. It's way better than the first, but that wasn't so great.
I just can't bring myself to watch anything Bay's put his fingers on.
Well, don't watch a little because
Oh my god!
True.
Oh, Jesus.
Those hot buttered fingerprints.
Did you like my hot buttered cream?
no, nobody liked that. Gross.
That's a Lil's line, Chris. Come on.
No, I was one
I know.
You say it was buttercream.
buttercream.
Yeah.
Speaking of Michael Bay, what's everyone think of that new Transformers movie? Going to be any good, or is it going to be like the last couple?
It's going to make $5 zillion, and it's going to be no good.
It's going to be terrible. But you know what? It'll be watchable. I mean, the third one was not terrible. I think this one will be about the same as the third, although the fourth was really hard to get through. So
what did they have to do to Anthony Hopkins to get him in this? Did he owe everybody a favor and they just called them all in or something, or what?
Nope, it's called we're going to pay you cash money.
Yep.
I know, but still, I mean, come on.
they were doing this,
The
man.
guy won an Oscar and he's actually really talented. He doesn't have to be doing.
It doesn't matter. You're going to turn down several $1 million. I bet you he hasn't had a payday like this.
Probably not. But he just did Underworld, or not Underworld. What did he just do? What's the HBO movie thing he did? That was good money, I'm sure, for him.
Something with Adam Sandler.
Westworld.
Yeah. Same thing.
But is Hopkins going to be like Cranston in Godzilla? Is he going to be? Watch, he'll be in it for like 5-10 minutes.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, geez, that was painful, man.
Yeah.
Sell up somebody like Cranston in a movie and then kill him like that. God.
And they'll leave that guy from Pandora. What's that movie? He was the lead in Godzilla.
Avatar.
Sam
Waters.
Sam
Worthington?
He was terrible in this.
Was that him? I thought it was somebody else.
Godzilla? What are you talking
Wait,
about?
which guy was it?
Pacific Rim.
Was it No, he was Kick-Ass. Wasn't it Kick-Ass was the lead guy?
Pacific Rim.
No, that's the other guy. I get those other guys. Those two guys mixed
No,
up.
he's-
I do too. Who was the lead guy in Godzilla?
Chaos.
Quicksilver was the lead guy in Godzilla.
Which one?
Quicksilver, which was Kick-Ass. He was
MCU's Quicksilver, the only one that matters. MCU. It's all that matters.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
No way, man. Evan Peterson.
Are you talking about Evan
crushed
Peters?
it as Quicksilver.
No, it was Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, that's Kick-Ass.
Yes.
So I was wrong, but I'm right about that. He was terrible in it, though. Oh,
It was
Yeah.
horrid.
Have you seen my wife?
yeah. Why'd you say that name? Oh, wait, wrong movie. I'm sorry.
I still haven't seen that either.
Well, you know what? Good for you. Are you going to see? Now Godzilla 2 is coming out. Is it Gareth Edwards again?
No, it's somebody else. It is somebody else. So yeah, there's an American Godzilla 2, and then probably another, and then there's the anime ones they're doing. So they're just going Godzilla crazy, which is awesome for me. But yeah,
Now, Scott, you watched. Is the Godzilla the animated one on? Didn't you say that you saw the anime one?
there's a new anime project coming out.
Oh, it's not out yet.
No, there's been
Because
two
posted
anime.
on our thread. So was that with just like screen caps and stuff?
There's been like project art and whatnot come out, the artwork and some of the art talking about what it's going to look like and everything. But yeah,
I
it's
think
supposed to be
cool.
it's supposed to be a big, ambitious 3-movie Godzilla animated project. So we'll see how well that goes.
All right, I'm down. I think it looks cool.
Yeah,
Who doesn't like a big monster running around tearing stuff up? Come on.
yeah.
Well, we'll see what we say when Rampage comes out.
That I don't know how I'm going to react to that, because that was like one of my favorite games in the arcades as a kid. And
It has
then,
such deep story.
But your choice was Pong
No,
or Rampage or Space Invaders.
well, so I mean, I'd love playing Rampage any chance I get to, go to the arcade. And like the Christmas after, like it was out and big, my parents actually got me the Rampage game for the NES because they had noticed that, and that stuck with me a long time because they kind of always with my hobbies like or whatever, but that game they noticed and they made an effort to get that game, and Rampage will always have a place in my heart because of that. I'm just afraid of what this movie is going to turn out like.
It's got The Rock. It could be another Baywatch.
Or it could be another Moana. You're welcome.
Please never sing at me again.
I
That was a good movie, though.
It was Moana. That was really good.
That was darn good.
There's one I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Watched it like 3 or 4 times now.
yeah. We watched it. Molly got it for her birthday or Valentine's Day, or because it was a Tuesday. I don't know. But we watched. It was good. Good stuff. So what else happened? Have we hit everything? 100 episodes, and this is what we got. How about since we started? Let's do this, because you guys, those of you, I mean, Chris and Ola, you've been on since day one. Phil, I know you've listened to everything, and Scott, you were in the audience for almost every single one if you weren't on. Are there any standouts in the time that we've done it where you're like, oh my gosh, this was one of the funnier moments, or this was one of the things that like I loved, or something you hated? Like I loved when we had the Edward puppet on. To me,
I was gonna say, I thought episode 100. I thought I was promised a Edward puppet versus a Lil puppet battle here.
You know what? They're in the garage, so I screwed up. I went out to look for it just before we started, and I couldn't find them. I'm like, you know what? I know they're in a box somewhere. It's like when Giggle Snort Hotel went out. My friend rode his bike by the guy's house that used to run Giggle Snort Hotel, and like all the puppets were like moldy in his garage, and like their heads were sticking out. And then the blob, which was just that big thing of clay, he said it literally was like green on one side from moisture. So that's kind of what's going on with the Edward puppet, I think.
Oh, I was going to say the little puppet's like soaking in some butter.
Yeah, well, the little puppet was already kind of scuzzy.
Poor little.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the same puppet?
Yeah,
I don't remember these puppets. Those puppets are before my time.
There was also a little. I don't think you ever saw. There was a new version of the Lil puppet that never got debuted. But I found a pirate puppet that had the goatee Van Dyke thing, and I just cut the pirate hat off of it. But I left you a hook hand. So,
so what? A little by way of Johnny Depp. Jeez.
Yeah. See how that going for you?
Yeah. So there was a brand new Lil puppet, and then he had his T-shirts as usual. Big fan of things.
Yeah.
I think I would say the Baymax Lil puppet was the best.
Oh,
If we're going puppets. That was good, actually. I thought it was very actually poignant and thoughtful.
well, where's the Porkins one?
Poor game.
Oh, you know what? Next time we do it live, we should totally bring, go to Build-A-Bear and get a Rebel.
We should cosplay when we do it. Cosplay it.
And we'll put the Rebel outfit from Build-A-Bear on the Lil puppet, and it will be it'll be Porkins. That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Boy, everybody went silent there.
Some company has a Porkins T-shirt. I forgot to go order it. I gotta go order it.
Don't. I was going to actually change it to the picture of you in the Porkins hat.
Nice.
No,
You wouldn't wear that?
no, I don't want to wear a picture of myself. I'd rather wear Porkins.
That is so untrue. I'm going to make that.
Exactly.
I'm going to make that the Stan Lee one for you.
No,
I'm going to make.
No, that's horrible. No, do the Lil one, and we'll all buy it from. You make it, and we'll buy it, and then a Lil can wear the regular Porkins one.
That would be awesome.
We can wear the Porkins one with a Lil's face.
That would be awesome. I'm going to totally do that. A Lil, I would not be so mean. I mean, I would, but I would make it a private
pretty
joke.
sure you would. But
I make them as private jokes for you.
Porkins.
Porkins.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know what the best was. We had a couple. I mean, I thought all the shows were pretty good, but we had a couple of really good ones, and not that I can remember that long ago. So
Yeah, this is a perfect
last week. So
perfect 100. None of us can remember anything that's happened other than the Edward puppet.
Well, I'll tell you what I'd like from the old days is, these guys would bring something up. Edward would say, "I never heard of that," and Lil would just like freak out on him, like, "How could you not have seen that?"
Now
That's
Lil's
my
the man.
job now.
But now a Lil's that guy.
yeah,
The Edward.
when you're talking about things from the 40s, of course I'm that guy.
Oh,
You're like, remember the first silent film? No, I don't. Thanks,
Charlie
Rob.
Chan.
although Rob did not remember.
It was a horse running.
Rob, who was a DJ in the '90s, did not remember Savage Garden.
Yeah,
That's-
that
was
is
only bad.
ridiculous. I might even have that CD right around here. So
No.
I'm gonna start playing Savage Garden right now.
Thunder all was
Martha said I would totally know Savage Garden. I'm looking
You
it
would.
up. It might have been that picture that threw me off too.
Yeah. I mean, once you hear it, you'll recognize,
because it kind of looked like Wham in that picture.
No, do not debase the good name of Wham with Savage Garden.
Wow,
The good name of Wham.
Okay, here are the songs. These are the top,
Ryan Reynolds.
These are the top 5 on Spotify. Truly, Madly, Deeply, I Knew I Loved You, To the Moon and Back, I Want You, and Affirmation. Which one should I listen to?
I Want You is the one you recognize.
Is it? Why is it number 4?
I Want You's their big one.
Was it?
Yes.
Who's paying for the rights to these?
We're live, right?
Yeah.
That sounds like the Doctor Who theme.
I don't recognize this song.
You can play them live.
What song is this?
Truly, Madly, Deeply.
Does you two know they ripped off their song?
When did we become VH1?
Hold on.
All right. Okay, that's enough, a little. You're making me sick.
That's Horde, too. Why would you pick that song?
I don't recognize that as the song.
Yeah,
Wait, this is I Want You. It sounds like the exact same song.
It's not.
I don't know.
This was a Pepsi commercial or something, right? Something.
Well,
No. Wait.
This was on the radio. Chicken Cherry
Yeah,
Cola.
this is that Cherry Cola
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what that sounds like, though, is that other one. Life is a Rock or whatever. You know that one? It's the worst.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The only one of those that I like where they list off like that is These Are People That Died. I love that one. You know that one by Jim Carroll?
What?
Do you know that one by Jim Carroll?
No.
Wow. Oh, you know what? A little, I swear. Edward.
When was it made?
When was that one? That had to be 80s, right?
What? No, this is mid 90s.
a little was the new Edward. Sorry, and
I
sing it. So he doesn't know it.
I saw them, NSYNC, Boyz II Men, Mariah Carey, Blackstreet, all at B-Bash, 96, baby.
Wow.
Okay,
was
first of
Color
all,
Me
I
Bad
was-
there? That's all I,
I
got
was
to know.
not a DJ by that point. I had stopped by
Maybe
about
90, it's 97, sorry.
92, 93. I had stopped DJing, and I never had to listen to that crap again. So that's probably why I don't know these guys.
Yeah, you didn't miss a whole lot.
Yeah.
You missed a ton. It was amazing.
You really didn't miss anything, baby. There was a flock of seagulls, and that was about it.
They
Yeah,
had
man.
half of a good song. That's the bad part.
They said Cherry Cola. Woo!
They said Cherry
Product
Cola.
placement.
I think the only reason Phil got on this show is to laugh at Rob's jokes. That's really it. Because we would all
He's
just
like my
boo
head
Rob's
man.
jokes, and Phil is going crazy there with that.
He's like, "Ha, yes.
Those are great.
I will neither confirm or deny it that I'm on the payroll.
Wait a minute. There's a payroll?
Rob's like, I'm sick of getting booed. I need somebody. Phil!
Yeah, follow me around. You need to move to Chicago. I get booed.
Bill violated his NDA agreement. Just want to let you know.
Savage Garden. I am not going to go. I thought I'd go and listen to those. I'm not.
No, but
gonna
hold
listen
on.
to that.
How did you get Savage out of that, by the way, Scott?
Isn't that the name
where did
of
that come from? The name of the band is Savage Garden, but you wrote something about Savage when he wrote Sausage Party. So did you misread that or what happened?
I think I was just commenting on the general riffing
Tone?
on each other. Yeah, the general tone.
The general tone. Well, let's go back to Sausage Party.
And I got yelled at for trying to compliment Rob's jokes. Okay.
The Edward Rolling Sausage Party that we have? That's nice.
Yes. But we can't call it the Edward Rolling
Remember,
Sausage Party, even though
remember he brought that up. He's
Wow.
like, this movie looks good.
It,
What?
That actually, that was actually a
Sausage Party-
highlight for me.
Sausage Party has evolved to a Lil's Hot Buttered matinee or whatever.
Yeah, when I think about the defining moments, one was when Edward brought up the Sausage Party out of nowhere. I saw a trailer this week and it looks hilarious. Sausage Party. Are you kidding me? And then the other was a Lil, because it was on This Week in Geek that you first told us about hot butter. And then I was listening to it on League of Geeks, and you called yourself Hot Buttered, and Steve goes, oh, that's where that Southgate Media Group crap. And you're like, no, it was before that.
It was.
It was.
It
that was
was,
your
yeah,
original thought.
That wanted to be, I wanted to do like a movie review thing. It's going to be called Hot Butter to Lil. And,
Yeah. And look what it's turned into.
Oh,
it was supposed to be like me with like butter and like a bucket of popcorn on my head. And it turned into
Thank God we saved it.
some deviant Rob dream here.
It turned into you in a pool of butter.
Me in a Borat thong.
I think if you were in the bucket of popcorn, that would be awesome. Taking a bath in the bucket of popcorn with butter on it.
Maybe.
Chris and his blonde hair dripping the butter over you. There's a whole thing going on here.
Will you
there's
stop?
something going on here.
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
This
You're
is not a
jealous.
defining moment of our show.
Justin Bieber over there.
Yeah, that's all right.
Wow.
Wow.
We had
He's got like 3 out of the top 5 hits right now.
Bieber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
great.
Chris.
That and a quarter still means you owe me $1, so it's okay.
So I think one thing that I'll credit our show with is successfully killing Shia LaBeouf's career. I know he tried to do it himself, but we really hammered him. And I think
Thank
we
you.
also did a wonderful job hammering, what's his name?
I don't know, man.
Zack Snyder.
There's rumors he might be your reboot Logan.
No.
Shia
Boof.
Hmm?
Hold
No.
on.
No.
He puts in some good performances. That Tank movie, he was really good in that.
He actually isn't bad. We made fun of him a lot because
He's an idiot.
When he went super Hollywood, when he did Indiana Jones, that was not only was the film bad, he was bad. The Transformer movies, he was terrible in those Transformer movies. All he did was run around and go, no.
You don't think he can get buff for that role?
I'd rather see a Lil as Wolverine.
I would be down for that.
Mammoth Marine, what?
Yeah.
Whoa, woolly mammoth.
I got my tusks.
That would be us.
I would love to see that. That'd be awesome, man. You and X-23 and you like roll over Crusher. Oh, sorry.
I just got an adamantium.
Oh, adamantium.
That's not all. That's adamantine.
Oh, gross.
Oh.
A little, just stand there.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Come on, dude. I'm trying to give you some props there. Give me a little bit of.
Look at that. Phil's on Chris's payroll now, too.
Oh, the difference is that was funny though.
Yeah,
Everyone
right.
hello.
Oh, snap.
I will take that. It's so funny.
What's this
So
about
really-
a payroll?
Shut up, Scott.
sir.
Could allow
Sounds like I gotta pay Rob to be on here.
Don't kid
That's
yourself.
a wish.
Molly's
Yes,
paying
Mr. Rob.
for this. Molly is paying for Phil. There's no.
You're right.
A friend.
I wish. Where did you get that? Where did you get that news about Shy? I haven't seen that anywhere.
I don't think I think it's a long shot rumor. I don't think it's news. That's why I'm not really bringing it up. But you brought up Shia, and I'm like, what if he becomes Logan? What if he
Is this
becomes
from the
next
desk of
Logan?
Sean?
He could have a
No.
comeback. I mean, he's kooky and everything, but you never know. Although I think he might be poisoned to Hollywood right now. I think he might be one of those actors that he went crazy for a while, like doing weird stuff and being all artsy. And it's kind of like Crispin Glover, where they finally just had enough of him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and then Crispin Glover did Charlie's Angels and made a boat ton of money.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call that a comeback. I mean, he did those couple of Charlie's Angels films, and he's gone.
Yeah, but I've never heard that he was really pursuing roles. I don't think Crispin Glover cared as much. I mean, I look at Shia kind of like going off the deep end, kind of like Joaquin Phoenix did for a little bit there, and then
Sure,
Joaquin's coming back, and I think he can. I think he can too. I mean, he is
Joaquin.
he is talented. No, not Joaquin. I mean Shia. I think he could. He's pretty talented.
Yeah, I think he could. I mean, we worked at killing his career because of those terrible blockbusters he did. But if he went back to acting, he was good.
Yeah.
You know who's not good that we did also have a hand in killing their career was Will Smith's kid. What's his name? Justin Smith. or something?
Jaden.
Jaden.
Yeah, we really went to town on that kid, and he was
Good
terrible.
job, gentlemen.
He's terrible. You ever see that? What is that? Afterlife? Oh, that's
After his
awful.
career.
Yeah, did you see that one?
No.
No.
Which one's that? The New Earth one?
Yeah, that's the
After
one
Earth.
with where they after Earth. Yeah. When,
yeah, no.
Send emails to Rob Southgate. This week.
come on, that's his line in the Resurrection one, not the Resurrection one, the first one, ID4.
Independence Zone.
Welcome to Earth. I finally watched that too. Resurrection. I want my time back.
Yeah. Judd Hirsch driving a
Stupid
school bus, dodging the thing.
Yeah, that was amazing. Judd Hirsch is amazing. When he was on that boat, still living.
Yeah,
amazing.
right. And I'm watching it and I'm like, is this hitting the camp level that, a couple years from now or 5 years or whatever, we're going to be like, no, it's totally watchable because it's so bad. It's awesome.
No,
I don't think so. It really got bad. And like the whole thing with with Brent Spiner, that was terrible. I loved him in that first movie. This was just stupid.
Well, I should have left him dead.
And Bill Pullman's playing the crazy old guy talking this shit.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah, and now he's the one that I'm going to sacrifice myself on this Independence Day.
Oh,
was Loja in this? Was he still alive or not?
I don't think so.
He wasn't. He wasn't alive.
I have to say though that
icing on the cake, that would have been
the scene of that giant alien queen chasing him through the desert. That was pretty cool, but it was the alien queen from Aliens, basically. So it seemed like a character we've seen, but that was a pretty cool scene. But that doesn't make a whole movie.
yeah.
and it wasn't that cool. By the end, you were kind of like, just kill him, please. Do us a favor.
Right.
End humanity because this is what we put out. Thank you.
And while you're at it, find Jaden Smith.
Just,
Quick, before he makes After Earth.
Speaking of, did anybody see the Alien Covenant? I know Will did.
Not yet. I want to see it. Don't spoil it.
Oh, Lil, you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. It was great. Not really.
Did you like it, Chris?
I liked parts of it. I thought there was some good things, and then just it makes
terrible things.
No sense.
Yeah,
there were some terrible parts, but there were some good parts of it, weren't there?
There was okay parts.
I just want to see the alien bash his head into that airplane.
Yeah, it didn't look. It wasn't as cool as the trailer showed.
No, it wasn't. It didn't do it justice. But as a popcorn movie, I didn't want my money back. I thought it was acceptable just to watch.
So is there more good than bad then?
50-50.
Is it bad enough that they need to just step away from this and wait a while to retool, kind of like Terminator?
Oh, they're going to. It made no money.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they had a couple of things in the pipeline. That doesn't mean that they wouldn't try again, let the stink wear off, and then 3 years from now go back to it. That could happen, but I have a feeling Ridley Scott is done. They're done with him doing this. When they relaunch it will be an actual reboot.
But see, I think he has some ownership in the
he does
in the right. Yeah. So I don't know if they're done with him, if he's going to let them do anything with it.
Right.
He's also old. They could at some point wait for him to go, and then pay his family of
scoop in. I mean,
I can imagine, just like we always said, George Lucas would never sell Star Wars. I can imagine if he obviously just tried to relaunch this, it didn't work. Unless he can get funding and really do something, I would say he'll take an executive producer role and take the money. And really, the only thing to do at this point is a reboot, complete reboot. You can't expand on the story. You have to take the basic premise and start over.
Yeah, probably so.
I think it's dead.
Probably.
Just let it be dead.
Cool concept.
You say it's dead, but give it 5 years and it's not dead. It'll be back.
Come on, they're remaking
something new.
Mark my words.
Come on, they did a sequel to Independence Day. A sequel to it. They can redo. At least Alien had some legs.
Yeah, but the Independence Day at that point when it came out was one of the highest grossing films of all time.
And that's why you wait 20 years to do one.
Yeah, but Alien is an iconic series. Even though they've made a lot of bad films, it's iconic. And
see, I don't think Prometheus was bad. I liked Prometheus.
I'm talking 3 and 4. Those are pretty bad.
Prometheus was not good. I didn't care for it.
Oh, it was the hater. I haven't seen it yet.
I don't care about Ridley Scott's theories on creation. That's what these movies are.
That's what this was.
These have become, and it's. I don't care. Just don't care. Like when he starts getting all talky and it becomes this dissertation, it's not the movie I want.
Yeah,
So,
the
like,
first one was a horror.
I'm done with it.
The second one was action horror.
And that's it.
That is absolutely what they
two
need to
good
stay
movies
with.
in a franchise doesn't make a franchise.
After that, they tried to go action, but it was off the rails.
3 was bad.
3 was bad. 4 was not good. So I mean, you're 2 for 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hitting LeBron James territory.
Oh God.
So Chris is saying Prometheus isn't bad, but isn't bad is far from Aliens.
I thought it was. I like Prometheus, but I separated myself as it kind of led you into what might have happened, and I liked the concept. Although these people fly all this way and then they're just morons. I mean, I do not understand humanity. They have enough ability to build a spaceship that can go a zillion million miles away, and then they land on some planet without any idea what's going on. It's like,
right.
I mean, the same with that. I hate to say it. That's a problem I have with Covenant. It's like
Covenant, that was
the absolute stupidest decisions ever.
Yes, they were. Your scientists and military and everybody's just dumb.
And there's no way Billy Crudup would have been in charge of anything. I wouldn't trust him to open the door as that character, let alone lead it. I mean, he was a
Billy Crudup was awful.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't. He didn't act it badly, but his character was just.
Well, I'm just saying, but like it was just an awful character. It was just.
But I thought the not to get into the plot, but the whole thing with the ship and how they were traveling and what happened was pretty cool. The beginning part. Yeah. I like that part. I like that science exploration part. They could have done the whole movie like that for me, and I would have been okay.
Yeah, but you're talking 10 minutes of the movie.
I know. I'm just saying that. But I'm just saying that's like the good part and the part where
Yeah.
Yeah, it does make you wish that Blomkamp's Alien 5 had happened.
Yeah.
If you're
that's
gonna race
official dead.
Yeah, that one's dead. Because
Guillermo del Toro's attached to the picture now, so that's never going to happen.
I'm telling you. When it comes back, which it will be a reboot from the ground up. That's when that will happen.
The problem with Alien in the 70s and 80s, that was a very terrifying creature. It's not terrifying now. There are way worse. Right. There are way worse creatures in Marvel, let alone and guys like the Hulk just goes up and smashes it. So,
but that's why you need to tell a new story.
Yeah, well, what new story are you going to tell in that?
You need to find a different alien and you need to tell a different story. You leave this be for what it is because it still works.
Yeah, don't just make it a queen. Don't just make it.
I don't think you have any further story here to go down this path.
No, you don't. I don't think so. You have to do. So
and even if you do a reboot, it's going to be compared to the original, and it's never going to live up.
No.
It's not. Tell me what reboot has been better than the original.
I can only think of a couple sequels, and that's not fair.
Yeah, well, the sequels you can't. No, I'm talking about reboots.
No,
and the only reboot I would say that I enjoyed and it wasn't as good, and I can't believe I'm giving this person credit. Well, I can because he visually does visually great things, but Dawn of the Dead. I really enjoyed the remake of Dawn of the Dead with the Zack Snyder film.
That was excellent.
But out of that, how many reboots? I think a Poltergeist, trash,
terrible.
No,
yeah,
unwatchable.
Nightmare on Elm Street, the worst thing I've ever seen. Yeah, the Friday the 13th reboot, bad. No. And most of these are horror, of course, but
Godzilla,
Godzilla wasn't good.
No,
Kong Skull Island was but. But the problem is how many of those do they keep churning out? None of them have been really fantastic. Same with Godzilla.
Again, the problem with King Kong is it in the 30s it was a big monkey, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh!" Now that's not that big of a deal.
Right.
I mean, we have people flying. We got people.
Plus, you spend most of your time trying to figure out where does it poo. That's a small island. I mean, that would be a serious amount of poo. And how does he eat enough? How does he get enough calories?
Luckily, they do cover that, Rob.
Do they?
Yes, they do. Don't they?
Oh, God.
They do talk about that, if I remember correctly.
They do, and and you see him eating, so don't worry about don't worry about that.
How much? I mean, he's a giant gorilla. How much does this guy have to eat?
Don't worry. When you see the movie, I'm not giving it away because actually it's one of the cool scenes of the movie.
Okay, all right.
All right.
My questions are going to be answered.
They actually do cover that, which is beyond the stupidity of other things that happen. So,
yeah,
Samuel L. Jackson's awful in that movie. I can't get by it.
Is he?
Yeah, I thought he was horrible.
So, on the scale of Sam Jackson horrible, is he as horrible as the character in Kingsman?
Yes.
Close.
Oh.
It's not worse. It's bad.
It's
How
about-
did he do Kingsman and then Hateful Eight was brilliant?
Well, he's a good actor, but when
He's
they let
a
him,
really good actor, but man, when he takes risks, holy!
I think he Eddie Murphy did, where it's like, hey, I can do this. Like, no, just stick to letting somebody tell you what to do and act, please.
Eddie Murphy did.
Well, see, I think they made a conscious decision to make him that over the top in the Kingsman, because I don't think he could have played like Jules Vega, right? Is that it? The he couldn't play like that character.
It wasn't Vega, but it's Jules.
Jules, Jules, yeah.
Vincent Vega was the brother.
He couldn't beat Jules. I don't think that would have been believable, and so he went like with the lisp, and then they just said okay. I mean, I don't understand how they would have let that go.
Yeah, that was tough.
Because everything else about it was really good, except for serving Big Macs on a fucking plate. Excuse me. Ugh, awful.
Wait, did you fart? Did you guys see Handmaid's Tale yet? Hulu?
See what?
Handmaid's Tale. We've seen some of it.
Anyone else watching it?
No.
It's brilliant. I love it. It's incredible. I mean, it's a classic science fiction story or alternate history story. Yeah. It's one that when I saw they were going to do a show, I thought this could be really cool. It's really exceeded my expectations. It's really awesome. I highly recommend you guys check that one out.
Although, didn't they steal the uniforms or the clothing from the guard towers from Empire Strikes Back?
I think it came out before that, but yes.
The red outfits.
Yeah, that, I mean, for TV, there's just a lot of really good stuff on right now, or stuff that we're kind of in the middle of. Like, I made it through one episode of Legion. I was knocked out. I just haven't had a chance to go back. You guys watch Legion?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of Fargo this season, but I'm a huge Fargo fan. You guys watch that?
Nope.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay, I'm going to put it right here. You are missing out.
Is it different in the movie?
Oh, yeah.
In fact, you got to watch. You got to watch from the beginning, because when you see it, I'm just going to say that there are ties to the movie. I'll leave it there because you're confused. You think it's a remake as it's going on, and then you start realizing what's actually happening. And then the second season is a time jump. It goes back to the 70s, and it tells another story. And once again, you'll start seeing threads that go to the movie, that go to the other series. It's really, really good. And I hear they're only going to do this third season, and then they're stopping.
What's the order, guys? Is Martin Freeman in the first or second?
Martin Freeman's in the first.
And then who's in the second?
Billy Bob Thornton.
No, he's in the first. Oh, my God, he's so good in the first.
Is he?
Is he in the first?
Oh, yeah. And he's just spectacular in that season.
And
Martin Freeman's no slouch. I mean, he's awesome too, but Billy Bob is one of the greatest villains ever on TV. He's just perfect in it. The second season, you've got and Colin Hanks is in the first season too. He's excellent.
Cool.
Second season, who do we have? Key and Peele are in it. They're really funny in it. They're really good. They play cops.
Was Colin Farrell in it? Not somebody like that, though, right?
No. It's Spider-Man's girlfriend from the first Spider-Man movie. What's her name?
Oh,
Mary Jane Watson.
no,
Yeah.
Dunst.
Kristen
Kristen
Dunst.
Dunst.
Kristen Dunst.
No.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of hers, but she's great in this.
And Mary Kate Winstead's in the whole thing, right? She's in all three. The girl from Scott Pilgrim, isn't she one of the girls in it?
I don't know that she's in all three.
She's in the third one, I know.
Okay, I don't think she's in the others. I don't think there's a thread of actors in any of them.
Oh, okay, there isn't.
Ewan McGregor's in the third one.
And he plays twins, right?
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet, but it's totally on my radar. It's the same guy that did Legion, same showrunner.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I can't say enough good things about it. It's awesome. Same thing with Bates Motel. I love Bates Motel. It's by what's his name? Carlton Cuse from Lost. He was one of the showrunners on that, or a producer. And Bates Motel was excellent too. We didn't watch the last season, and it is the last season. It wraps up the story. We're going to wait and binge that. But Bates Motel was another really good one. Although you probably hate it because it's not scary enough, right?
I didn't really get into it. It didn't draw
Not your
my
thing.
interest. No.
What are there any shows I'm missing out on here that are like? I mean, there's tons of good shows, but anything you guys want to recommend?
The second season of Preacher is coming up at the end of June.
Yeah, I only watched the first episode, and I'm a huge Preacher fan from the comics, so I figured I'll binge through the first season. You guys watch that one?
Oh yeah.
Nope.
I watched a few. It was really good. It just time.
A little
constraints
too
for me.
busy. Yeah, right.
I like the Goldbergs.
So do I.
Comedy.
It is amazing. Did you watch this season?
Of course, I've watched them all. Yeah.
We just watched the season finale when Lainey's going to go to school and Barry's upset. It was, you know what? It's definitely a formula to that show, but it's so funny. I mean, I laugh every episode. It's really good acting in that.
Yeah, it's great.
And now Marvin lives with them. Gotta love that.
Is it going to have the third season of ABC Hex where they have these great shows and then we just don't have anything else to write? So
It's
like
already
Modern Family.
No,
They're
this
just
Modern
going
Family
to
was
recycle
good.
Facts of Life scripts.
no, they already did. This was the third season, so I think
Well,
They're over
did
the
Modern Family have 3 or 4 good seasons and then
Yeah, and then as soon as it turned, it was unwatchable.
well, as soon as the kids became not kids anymore, it's like, I mean, part of it was great that the kids were just morons. So
Well, the kids are morons, and the other thing is there was, I want to say it was the third season. It might be the fourth. The jokes were so predictable,
right.
and it was just like I don't even know why we're watching this. We dumped that one really fast when it turned. It was like spoiled food, you know.
Yeah.
Ugh, yeah.
It was great when it first. Oh God, it
Oh, it was so funny in the beginning.
was fantastic. I think it's when they switched the adopted girl like for the third time. It became too much.
That's it. We're out.
That's it. We're done.
Yeah.
Can't do it anymore. So
Yeah, Goldberg's is good stuff, though. I hope that continues. And I love Jeff Garland. That guy kills me. And what's her name that plays Beverly is hilarious on that show.
did House of Cards come out with a new one? or is that
just
wait-
I haven't watched House of Cards. Do you watch that?
I did, or I've listened to it while Kathleen watches it. Is there a new one or not? It's he is one of the most despicable characters I've ever had the pleasure of watching or listening to.
Oh, that means I'm
That
going to like
makes
it.
No, he is absolutely disgusting, and Robin Wright is not much better than he is. So
Huh.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one. That's on our list. You know, you've always got your
sure,
big stack of shame that you want to get through. Like Colony. Did you guys ever watch that? First
what's that
season
on?
First season is a good time. It's on like TNT. It's got Josh something, the guy he played Sawyer on Lost, and it's another sci-fi show, but it's actually really good. Second season we dropped off, but we're gonna probably just binge it out to finish it. I heard that the second half of the second season is excellent. First half, not so great.
yeah.
What about The Expanse? Anybody watch this?
I love that show. Absolutely,
God, I hear about it
fantastic.
all the time.
I met
So
the
you
guy.
love it.
I met one of the guys at. He played the pilot, and I can't think of his name off the top of my head in Minneapolis, and he was super nice, super just. He did some voiceover for Assassin's Creed and some other stuff, so he was cool. It's it's the same people who did Battlestar Galactica and Caprica.
Is it?
That same
Okay.
kind of filming in the same kind of setting, and I thought it was just wonderful. And
Now, have
it's
you read the
really, really
books?
good. No.
Okay, a
Why would
friend of
I do
mine, friend of mine read the books, and he was telling me about it because he was really excited about the show, and he said, "You got to watch it, It's so good." But he said that in the books, he said the point they're at in the series, he can't wait to see what they do because he said like basically they've done like the first and second book so far. He goes, "This is one of those book series where." The next one comes out, and it's like they just took everything and threw it in a shredder and completely change everything. And he goes, the books get better and better and better. And it's kind of like Game of Thrones. Like they kill everybody and like there's weird crap going on. And he said, he's like, they just need to get to like the third season or the fourth season. And he goes, they'll either lose everybody or everyone will talk about how it's the greatest show.
Well, I really liked it. I mean, the basic synopsis of it is that Earth has become too crowded, so they expand, they colonize Mars and are terraforming Mars, and then in order to have enough resources for all of these places, they start mining the asteroid belts and like the moons of Jupiter and Saturn and stuff like that. So humanity is all over the solar system, and there's obvious differences because of gravity. So like the people on Mars have less gravity than the people on Earth, so they're not as not as strong, but they have different things. And then if you grow up and they call them a belter, like doing in the the asteroids and things like that, you really live in no gravity. So your body forms in different ways. And so it's obviously there's like segregation. Earth doesn't like, or Mars is jealous of Earth. So they have a big war. And so then, it's like there's, two factions. And then the belters are kind of like the slaves of everybody, providing resources for Earth and Mars. And it's pretty interesting what happens.
So the bottom line is humanity sucks. That's
pretty much. But I mean, it's the typical like, well, Earth, we're superior. Mars is like, well, we're better because we're stronger and we're like the guys living on the open range. So we're the ones protecting you and doing things for you. It's good. Thomas Jane was in the first season. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
They were. There's some other guys. Who's the guy who plays Moriarty in the?
Oh, I don't know his name, but he's so good.
Not in the Downey Jr. in the.
Oh, in that I thought you meant in Sherlock.
No, but the guy in the Guy Ritchie movies of Sherlock, he's unbelievable, and they all talk differently depending on where they are, and it's really kind of a neat concept.
I can't wait to check this.
Yeah, check it out. I mean, it's short too. It's like 12 episodes a season, or 8 or 9 or something. It's really it's good.
How do you guys fit all this time to watch all this television?
When I go to sleep. What are you talking about? I watch 3 shows.
Yeah, I watch before I go to bed.
I just go to bed.
You do not.
It's already past my bedtime.
You record till 3 in the morning some nights.
One night a week. And then I sleep in on Sunday. Not anymore. My kids wake me up at 6. It stinks.
Oh, jeez.
I get 3 hours of sleep on Sunday.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Speaking of going to sleep, I'm cutting episode 100. That's it.
I had so much more to say.
I doubt it. So thank you, everybody.
I've been playing Friday the 13th, the video game.
Let's hear it. Let's hear about it. Is it good?
It's amazing.
Is it really? Because the reviews were kind of sketchy, and I'm like,
well, you know why?
It's good.
Here's the thing. So I blasted this game the first time I downloaded it because I couldn't play it. The servers, these guys, it's an independent company that made this game, and they could not handle the popularity. I don't think that they realized what
a big property it is. Yeah,
it's so.
But it's the bottom line is it's a good game.
It's fun. Yeah, it's right now it's only fun if you're playing in a group of people that you know. And in that one group, one person becomes Jason, and you're just hunting down your friends. And it's a 20-minute time clock. And
awesome.
If they get away from you for 20 minutes, they win. If you kill them all within the 20 minutes, you win. There's only a couple of maps. I hear there's some DLCs coming up. But there's different Jasons. You can upgrade your characters.
And what system is this on?
I believe it's on. I think they have a PC version, an Xbox, and a PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS4.
What are you playing it on?
I'm playing it on Xbox One.
Okay.
So, and it's fun. It's $40. I think it's a little steep, but coming from an independent company, I can see that if this was some big company turning this out, it would have been a lot cheaper. But for me, being a horror fan, and the times I got to play this game, I had a lot of fun with it. So I think it's worth your money.
Sweet. Cool. Yeah, I definitely want to try that one. Before we wrap it up, anyone else got anything? Dead silence. All right. That's it for episode 100. We will be back. We just don't know when and in what form. But for now, follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We will be continuing to update things and adding stuff. Eventually, we'll get back to doing the podcast and hopefully some video stuff. But for now, this ends, I guess, season 1 or incarnation 1 of This Week in Geek. I guess. What else are you going to say?
Volume 1.
Volume 1.
There you go. Volume 1.
Volume 1 of This Week in Geek is done. Volume 2 coming at some point. Volume 1 3/4 coming at some point. All right. Why don't you guys give your social media and we'll be out. Go ahead, Chris.
All right. I can be found at theblueboxcafe.com or Blue Box Cafe or Blue Box Cafe 176 on social media.
And you can literally be found there any day of the week.
Yes.
All right.
6 days a week.
Scott.
Yeah, I am on Tumblr and Twitter at Scotty Smurf.
What's Tumblr?
What's Tumblr?
Hey, your MySpace page is?
Give it a program, you old guys.
My MySpace is butter my corn a little.
Who's buying AOL to throw one in at the last second? Is it Time Warner? Someone's buying AOL.
I think Scott is.
Scott came up with the 250. All right.
Teresa, I've got this idea. It's called AOL. It's going to be great.
No,
I thought he was a millennial.
somebody is buying AOL, and they were wondering what was going to happen with their email account. It was kind of funny.
Let's go on. Phil.
You can find me on Twitter at Nightwing PDP and check out me and my friends on our new podcast, The Capes and Lunatics. We even do live Facebook stuff, just like This Week in Geek.
Yeah. And
I'm going to taunt you. Just want to let you know I'm going to come in. Don't invite me.
and A-Town.
You can follow me on Twitter at LOGEEKZ, Facebook, all over the place at the League of Geeks podcast. And that's Geeks with a Z.
And hopefully we'll be back with some Enough Said, too, because we still got to do that last episode. So.
Lil, you're not plugging the Boys to Men fan club?
I don't even remember now that last episode.
No, we're going to have to go back and watch it.
5-minute ending.
We got to go back and watch it.
I don't have it on my DVR anlianymore. I got rid of cable.
Lame.
I'm using the Hulu now. The Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah, the live TV on Hulu. It's great.
It's
Another millennial.
Yep.
Hey.
You millennials.
Slingbox does the same thing, and that's what we use at the store. It's fantastic. Slingbox
Well,
TV, you can do selective, like get BBC or whatever. I like it. Another plug.
Cool.
I'll take them up free.
You can find This Week in Geek at SMG_twig on Twitter. At Facebook, just type in This Week in Geek. I think it's at This Week in Geek
What's
or
Twig
something. What's Twig mean? You can follow me at R Southgate, which I never update because I'm blocked out right now. And then we've just got tons of shows. We've got because by the time they hear this, hopefully it'll be working. We have a YouTube channel. If you didn't know, this is showing live on YouTube, but we are always updating YouTube. So look for Southgate Media Group there. And just follow all of our shows. Rate us and review us. That really helps. You want this show to come back? Throw some reviews on there.
Yes.
Let us know there's a little love, and we'll definitely want to come back.
Hey.
There is a T-shirt in the show notes for this. It'll also be on Facebook and that for episode 100. It'll be up for a week and then gone. So if you want to get the official shirt for episode 100, it's there. And do not forget to sign up for the raffle or the giveaway or whatever you want to call it. We've got links on Twitter. We've got links on Facebook. We've got a link in the show notes for this. So if you want to win those awesome Star Wars guys, definitely do that. And then also our show, The Fandom Zone, is going to have some Dorbs, Flash and Arrow Dorbs that they're going to be giving away. So stay tuned for that. I think that's it. You guys good for this week?
Enough said.
We're good.
Enough said. Yeah, that's it. Thanks a lot, guys. We will.
Thank you.
We will be back.